behind this phone. Where's your can open? Oh shit! Give me. Quiet on set.
Oh yeah, let's close that door, Stack.
Close.
I like having him. Rodney, man, representing, man.
Rodney, man, damn, man.
I gotta leave him right. You gotta give some notoriety, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all ready? All right, camera rolling, and we are talking about AB and action.
Hey,
Week two.
week two.
Welcome back, man.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Live and direct. Matter of fact,
They dropping like flies, y'all.
they dropping.
They
like
dropping
flies.
like flies, y'all.
We got all kinds of
Man.
We got our fantasy football topics about what you need to do. A lot of players getting hurt. A lot of things going on. We also talking about college. National championship hopefuls.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Never
We got
too
the
early.
hopefuls out
Never
there.
too early to talk
You
about
know?
that.
And then local, we're looking for a new AD out there. So we gotta make sure we picking right. We pick and choose, doing our thing, because we got a lot of things going on in
Yes,
Cali
we do.
when it comes to
Yes, we do.
NCAA. As
Yes,
y'all
we
know,
do.
if you would have tuned in before what we talked about. And but to start it off, as a matter of fact, I think everyone needs to know we are starting it off with A, B.
Oh,
Again.
cover your ears,
Cover
homie.
your ears,
Cover your
Rodney.
ears, baby.
Don't hurt nobody,
Come
Rodney.
on, man.
Don't hurt nobody,
Let him
Rodney.
live. Let him live.
So, as I'm sure you guys know, I'm sure everyone knows, it's very, very controversial because it was with the guy,
Brittany.
Yes.
Brittany
Yes.
Taylor, y'all.
With Miss Brittany Michael Taylor. She's making allegations about what's going on, what has transpired between time spent with them. What they've been through and whatnot. And what she's saying is basically, she has a couple. She said raped, falsely imprisoned. She has a couple of allegations. If you look over her complaint, her civil suit, it's public.
Oh, the text messages are very explicit.
So,
They are explicit in nature, y'all.
So I'm not the only one that got. Everybody can look it up, but it's a lot of. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start from what everybody already kind of knows. She's accused him. She used to be his trainer. They went to college together. She hired him, or he hired her. I should say, my fault. He hired her to train him, to make him a better player and everything like that. But I guess he was caught masturbating on the back of her neck. That's kind of weird because I don't know how the hell she was supposed to be watching something on her tablet about church something. Thinking to myself, how the hell is somebody behind you straight whacking off on your neck and you don't know? Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's just kind of weird, and that's not cool. Me being a son, having daughters, stuff like that is not cool. But I mean, I know how things go, and I want to put things together too, because I know it's two sides of both stories, and it will get told. And I want to make sure everybody has their own chance to make their own decision off of all the facts that are given out.
Absolutely.
Also his stepfather has been in the paper saying that he was verbally abusive to his mom and some females that he knows and whatnot, and his baby mama also, not his wife's baby mama, was also known for saying that, he was, abusive toward women or whatnot. But then on the flip side, right, these are all the things that everybody should know. It's been in the paper, it's been documented. Everybody knows all the stuff I just said. So on the flip side, what is also documented, what people aren't talking about, is how she is a business major.
Mm-hmm.
She graduated with it, and she has a few businesses, and she has given Antonio Brown a proposal for $1.6 million.
Wow, the plot thickens.
For 1.6, you know what I'm saying? And this is document is paper. And out of that money, 300,000 was supposed to go to some property that was already owned by her and her mother. You know, and on top of that, they had some taxes, fees, and things like that. And it's both sides. You know, I guess she's supposed to meet with the commissioner and tomorrow. You know, after everything went down, she's supposed to meet with the commissioner and everything. And really, and it comes to how you sway your story too. You know how you talk to him. The facts don't even.
I mean, hey, me personally, I feel like the stories coming out from 2016 and 18. Come on, y'all. When are we gonna get enough of this, right? I mean, when are we gonna close the door on the old allegations? It seems like any text message you ever sent to anybody could be a possible a possibility of it being used against you in the court of law nowadays. I mean, look, she asked for $10 million. This isn't something that just came about. This is over the course of the last couple months. She's been back and forth with AB. The Raiders and the Patriots both denied ever even knowing any information about the allegations. But $10 million was her initial request. Once that was denied, over the course of months, she brought it down to $2 million. When AB said no, after that $2 million, I guess it was an ultimatum, a deadline that he was given. And once that passed, when he said no, he wasn't paying the $2 million, that's when she went and filed charges. So basically, it really seems like a money grab to me. And it feels really unfair. I mean, look, as a Raider fan, I was really unhappy with the way he got out of Oakland. But at the same time, I hate to see him get slandered, or I hate to see any athlete or any man who works hard in his profession and works hard to get where he's going to be an elite athlete. I mean, to have passion and drive for the game, to have his kind of credibility to do the things he's accomplished. It can only come out of sheer hard work and dedication. So I mean, even though he's not with us, I just hate to see this happening to him, and I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed, and it's something needs to be done about these charges, right? I mean, we see a lot of athletes always get these charges, and they settle out of court, because a lot of times they don't want the backlash. But at the same time, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And I feel like we'll see what happens within the next couple of days. They're scheduled to meet tomorrow morning, so we'll see what happens. We know it's going to be well covered, and it's not going to be a secret. So look, just look to see what's coming next.
And just make sure you just put yourself in a position you want to be in. You know what I mean? Like I mean, not like that. Like I mean, I hope everything is right and everything. But I mean, if you got a sixth sense for a reason, you know what I'm saying? If it don't feel right, it ain't right. Don't.
But I mean, AB, it said everything was consensual. So I mean,
that's what I was just about to say.
Not just because you're
they was going to the, and on top of that, they was going to the gentleman's club. She was going to the gentleman's club. It was documented. And talk about text message, she met him at the gentleman's club, okay? And she didn't go back to her room. She went back to AB's crib at 2 in the morning talking about, I need to go to the, who the hell go back to somebody?
And I hate to do it. Cover your ears, man, but shout out to the Patriots, man. TB, showing them the love, really showing them there's plenty of balls to go around, not shelling him out. They came out, the Patriot fans came out to Miami and showed them love, and that's what we need to start doing regardless, y'all. You know,
he is a must play. Yeah. Don't question it. A lot of people today questioned it. Woo. He is a must play. Okay, if he's in the lineup, he's a must play. We'll get to the fantasy later.
And that's the fact of the matter, y'all.
Woo.
That was good. Y'all ready, right? That's the first segment. I hate, man. Always feel like I'm staring through words. real grow lights in this motherfucker. I'll just take the money I was gonna
I was just like, I work this week, nigga. I hit you back on Thursday with some bread so we can.
Yeah,
I help you out with it. I'm like, nigga, I need that.
Urban Meyer watches on at USC. You hear about that?
Oh, I did.
Hey, so this is. That's why I'm looking this up, bro. They're trying to get. I forget old girl's name, but she's trying to get.
Okay.
Oh, the athletic director. Huh?
Greg Bryan, Chris Del Conte.
That's the one from Ohio State.
No, another one from. Chris Del Conte, he's in Texas right now. Greg Bryan and Bob Mullins, Oregon. Greg Bryan, he's a boy at Alabama. They were motherfuckers that they wanted to get before they got Liz Swan. So now they're gonna try to lure them back. But who's gonna leave marquee? Who gonna leave big ass programs to come rebuild? But it is USC, and you know, shit, man. It's LA, man. Big pond, made for the big fish. Feel me?
Talking about the one.
Just type in Ohio State athletic director.
I don't think that's him. This Gino. Yep. That's who it was. I thought I was tripping. I was like, Geno Smith was. That's what they wanted to
Gino.
get. Smith and Urban Meyer. Got all them ballers, man. Hankins, all them ballers that first place them that won them championships. That's who. Guess who? Bush. Oh, guess who? No, Bush won.
Them dudes don't recruit nobody. Like these don't recruit. Coaches that do.
Got to get they're the managers and the coaches. Gotta have them. Start this one off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, camera rolling, and USC and action.
Yo. Matter of fact, when the facts matter, baby.
Woo.
Coming at you with this one, we talking to USC athletic director debacle. Lately, y'all seen Lynn Swan entered his resignation as effective as immediately. He had a meeting with the big man, you know, the the president of USC gave him the ultimatum, said, hey, you can resign or you're out of here. He chose to resign, and so basically, we all know he started 2016, and since he started, it's been a complete mess, bro. I mean, he's had 3 of his employees that he hired be arrested during the FBI investigations for the admission scandal and the men's basketball program. We know he was at a golf tournament for 2 weeks, which kept the USC women's basketball team from hiring a new coach because they couldn't interview with the AD. What else do we know? We know he gave Clay Helton a chunky salary when no other team in the nation wanted this coach. And when he went 5-7 last year, first year of bowl eligibility since the sanctions were put on us, he didn't get us in any bowl. So it was the LA media, the boosters, they wanted his head. And being that ever since the LA or the magazine story came out, that where they were talking about it exposed his relationship with Wayne Hughes, Wayne Hughes, who is a mega booster at USC. And basically what Wayne says pretty much goes. Everybody kind of knows that's the unwritten rule. So that was his guy. And so he's under a lot of heat right now. He was under a lot of heat for all those different reasons. And so it was either one thing or the other with him, and everybody just wasn't happy with him. And look, we always seem to go get guys that are close to the program, former players or former this, former that, and we always bring them to SC. All right, man, you go ahead and give it a try. And it just hasn't been working since Pete Carroll was gone.
And I was talking about doing that. Rodney P.
Rodney P.
tried to put his thing in. I'm thinking to myself, y'all better not hire Rodney P. He live right down the street.
Oh, no, not
he
at
just
all.
want to come down the street and get a fatter check, man. He probably still gonna go to the radio.
Him and Robin, or what's his baby name?
Yeah, Robin. They gonna go there. They gonna do some fundraisers for the man. Don't
But
get me
look,
started.
I really feel like they'll be best served getting somebody outside of the program. You know, before we hired Lynn Swan, we're looking at Chris Delcont, and he's right now with the Texas program, and we're also looking at Greg Brine, who's at the Bama program, as well as Rob Mullins, who's at the Oregon program.
And right now, we're trying to get Geno Smith.
And you know what that means? We
That
get
means-
Geno.
Urban Wide, Mr. Meyer.
The big fish and the big.
You know what I mean? Because we're doing a lot of things out.
Hey.
We are forcing.
Hey.
I don't know if you heard about it. South Carolina to start new bills with their NCAA off of their likeness also.
Exactly.
So the thing is, players are going to want to go where players are going to want to go.
A $260 million renovation to the stadium. I mean, come on, it's all in place just for the right GM, basically, as you called it, because pretty much an AD is a GM. Let's face it,
Yeah.
and good coach. You know, and typically when a new AD comes in, they're bringing in their own coach.
Yes.
So I mean,
They're bringing in their game.
even if Coach Helton, I mean, maybe if he could scratch out a couple big wins, you know what I mean? He had a big win earlier against a ranked team, a top 25 team last week. Had a bad showing against a BYU team. The game they should have pulled off, but he's definitely in the hot seat. And especially with Lynn Swan being out of there, the door is wide open for somebody to come in and take that program back to the top, maybe 3 times.
Oh, 3 times, baby.
And that's a matter of fact, baby.
The facts.
Woo! Write it down without.
Boom. And then just the transitions, that's all right there, homie.
Fantasy football? All right, cool. Y'all ready?
Don't have to carry fantasy. Like just talk about it. I'll talk about it. Oh, no. I mean, we talking about this week and last week, or we just talking all together, or we just
total.
I mean, ain't been no starting running backs injured, has there? Any starting wide receivers? No.
See, the thing is,
Let's just talk about quarterbacks getting hurt in the league and what it means. Like, since that's the biggest issue. We had a lot of quarterbacks get hurt. You know, that's all they're gonna be covering this week in sports. This week is gonna next Sunday is gonna be Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yep, no, that's all I really want to do. I just want to see who's the first so I can.
I mean, we already said they dropping like flies.
Sammy Watkins and McCaffrey are the top 2 in fantasy points in PPR.
But they're not hurt though.
Nope. I just want to be able to throw that out real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So who's the top scoring quarterback? Pat Mahomes? No surprise. Top scoring receivers right now would be who?
My boy Sammy.
Oh, it is Sammy.
Sammy.
Christian ain't the top scoring running back right now, though. It's got to be either Saquon or.
Two touchdowns. Well, it's PPR too.
No, but last game he didn't do shit though.
So his first game he went off.
But Saquon did the same thing twice, so that's got to be more than what he did.
Well, I was just looking at the stats right now.
He's still up there. Oh, well, go ahead, you kick it off.
All right. Camera rolling and fantasy football and action.
Yes, indeed. Right about now, it's that time. Okay, if you 0-2, don't trip. Do not trip. I know a lot of
Don't burn the form down, baby.
No, don't do it.
Don't panic.
Don't do it. I know
Still time out there.
Man, we 0-2.
Don't panic, baby. Come
we
on.
0-2 on the fantasy. Can't even get down. I'll be like, no, it ain't even like that. It's a lot of hiccups. It's a lot of injuries. And it's a lot of people balling that got drafted late and early like projected. First off, to kick it off, we got your boy I like to call him like they said in backstory, Sammy Watkins. Ooh. Give it up for my boy Sammy Watkins right now. He's up, all right? So he's still been balling after your boy C-Mac, Mr. McCaffrey, man. And I mean, it's funny because he only had one game with 2 touchdowns, over 100 rushing, close to 100 receiving. And that was enough to make up for the lackluster performance on Thursday to keep him ahead.
Don't forget about that boy Dalvin Cook playing super big in that north side, going super big.
Do you smell what Dalvin is cooking?
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Dalvin Cook is a great back to have right now. And with injury, we don't know what happened with Connor. We got Samuel, but let me tell you about somebody you might be thinking about. Snail, the 4th rounder. Get through the hole, kind of squeaky, And since we over there, Rudolph. Depending if you're playing in like a super flex league or something, you need a quarter. Make sure you get that extra.
He got off to a bad start last week, man. But I knew he was gonna stay down. I knew he would show up again, man. And he's always gonna be involved in that offense. So yeah, Rudolph is still out there, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, and we just and the thing is to keep your composure, even if you're 2-0. If you're 2-0, you better have a plan to keep going. Your boy Breeze.
Oh, let's talk about the elephant in the room, baby.
Your boy Breeze.
What's up with these QBs, y'all?
The hand.
They say
you can't touch the QBs. Don't blow on them too hard. Don't hit them with the shoulder too hard. Tap them on the hand, they hurting that. Getting hit, homie. Wow. Like that's me. If you ask me, the narrative is they not used a boxer, homie. Boxer goes in there and spars. Homie. He spars so he can get you boom, bop, bop, bop. If your quarterback is not sparring, if he's not, you're going to see a big 6'5", 2-something dude like Cam hurt his foot off of a tackle. You're going to see a Big Ben get whiffed at and his elbow hurts. Like my hand, I give you a high five and my thumb. You see Breeze? Am I the only one that saw Breeze at the press conference, homie?
He looked devastated. Body language says everything.
Homie, the doctor
if you turn the sound off and just look at Drew Brees, his eyes, his body language will tell you everything. He knows it's over this season. Yeah. And I know it's got to be a break because he's a soldier. He came back if it was anything less. And I mean, even Big Ben going out with the elbow. Nick Foles last week. I mean, I can't remember a week 1 or 2 in the NFL where 3 starting quarterbacks just went down off rip. So it's crazy out there, but stick to the waiver wires.
Stick to the waiver wires.
Stick to your guns. Don't sell the farm yet. Yeah. Don't give up all your first round picks for a QB, especially in those super flex leagues. That's all I play. And three of those, I had all 3 of those quarterbacks in my league. So I panicked in one of them, which I shouldn't have done. But
Sam Darnold though. Sam Darnold.
Mono.
That's another
the boy
one.
got mono.
Mono.
Oh.
You guys gotta. I don't know what the hell.
Wow, I forgot about those. Wow.
I don't know what's up. You gotta keep your composure. Make sure you look at your projections. Make sure you know your settings.
Do your homework.
And make some trades. We have my boy Gordon, Melvin Gordon, making clips too. I mean, making tweets and making Instagram posts too about the team. So he's thinking about coming back. Austin Eckler looks Austin Eckler-ish.
Big fumble on the goal line.
You know what I'm saying?
Fumble
Rudy. Is that why Melvin left a message?
Hey, well, here we go, man. Think about it, y'all, because the facts matter.
Matter of fact. Like even Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler.
Man, what you know about that one?
Shit, not too much, bro.
Me neither. I know I'm taking Clemson.
Clemson, Bama. Yeah, either one. That's what I'm harping on. Shit. I mean, tell motherfucker, tell motherfucker prove it.
That's what I know, right? Like, yeah. I mean, LSU looks good. I mean, Oklahoma, but okay.
Bama won the last out of 5, and Clemson won the other one, and shit, man, that motherfucker. Yeah.
Is anybody in for them or hurt?
Nah, them motherfuckers is on. Yeah, offenses is
Mel Kiper. Let's look at Mel Kiper's draft board real quick. And we can throw in.
Oh, the draft board.
Alabama has these many projected top 20. How are you going to stop it?
Shit, Clemson had 30 players leave, man. What the? No, Georgia.
Mel Kiper.
Georgia had 30 motherfuckers leave.
Mel Kiper's draft board. We'll just go off to something else. That was pretty quick. How fast was our last one?
The last one was like 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
What about
everything else was like
long?
Between like the first one was like 7-8 minutes, and the other ones were like 6:45, almost like 8 minutes.
Yeah, I really don't think nobody can, LSU. Yeah, we might as well just talk about it real. I really don't have too much on the like you said, man. I have a few teams that are different than past, but
I ain't really, I mean, that's just shit. I mean, it's not like they lost.
Yeah, we can roll it off top, and if we need to,
Okay.
But we got it. We good. I'll leave it off, and we can just rock it real quick.
All right, camera rolling, and national championship action.
All right. So now we're gonna get into the facts. That's what really matters around here.
The bottom line, baby.
Nobody cares about opinions or so-called projections or solutions. We're about to get to the facts right now, and the facts are that Bama and Clemson are not losing the national championship this year at all. Like, nobody's moving. Like, I mean, you can look at LSU and be like, oh, their offense doing 5 spread. They're finally passing the ball around, and everything like that.
Yeah. Strength of schedule, 6th, and strength of schedule. I mean, them boys, they got a tough road ahead of them. But, I mean, man, if they run through their schedule, I see them being in that playoff picture for sure. Absolutely.
LSU, they'll be in the playoffs. This is I'm going to tell y'all my Final Four for the I know we have, I want to say Ohio State, but I don't. I want to say Michigan, but Harbaugh always know how to fuck shit. Why do he always like fucking? I bet you he still lose to Ohio State this year. Still,
man, yeah.
Still. with the rookie that played behind Jake the Snake, Jake from, and I don't trust Georgia, man. Everybody loves Georgia. He's the poster boy, homie. And it was on. I remember if y'all was with us last time, I was talking about him, Jake Fromm, homie. Oh, he had a documentary since high school, homie. It was called Quarterback One, homie. He went to high school in Houston, homie. He was set up to be where he's at. I mean, I'm not surprised it worked out like that. It's crazy. Go back and watch it. It's on Netflix still. Look him up, Google it, man. It's not hard to find. I feel like all these stories, all these diamonds in the rough, everybody trying to do something in college. It's real difficult to beat these two powerhouses.
Oh man, I mean, let me fact. Look, I mean, aside from Bama and Clemson, I mean, I'm saying everybody else is just fighting for the last two playoff spots. Let's be clear about that.
Yes.
Like, so Oklahoma, Ohio State, Georgia, LSU, yeah, they're bringing a lot to the table. But as far as clear cut, I mean, stomp down. Saban, he's not going nowhere. Clemson, they're not going nowhere. These boys are set up for the long haul. They're set up for playoff football. They're set up for championship runs. And especially Alabama, they got that chip on their shoulder. They're ready to push. And I feel like, man, until somebody could come out and beat them, I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna take it away from them.
Yeah,
I mean,
Bama's hot. Bama's hot. They always got that receiver. What's his name? James? What's his name?
Jordan Judy?
Jordan, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
And number one, he's getting snatched out. Huh?
Oh, the boys.
They taking him like all they players. I'd be surprised if they don't have 25 players going. Just like every single year. I mean, so how do you go out
Harris?
there?
Oh yeah, them boys are serious.
As college players, I mean, how do you go out there and just beat them? They dominate, right? And then on top of that, the way the schedules go, it looks like they somewhat choose their schedules. Some teams don't want to play them or they don't reach out to them. So it's like.
And Clemson and Bama are both top 10 with its strength of schedule. But as far as being in the SEC and ACC, that's not too difficult. Bama, although, did decline a lot of big games this year. But as far as they still, they're still in that SEC, and there's always gonna be battles down there.
Especially when you're dealing with Auburn, that Auburn-Bama game.
Oh, that bring out the best of them, don't it?
No, Bama, and then even LSU. Yeah, I want to see that this year because back in the day, man, LSU.
Death Valley, bro.
They used to didn't score, bro. So this year, like with them scoring, that's a whole new aspect. But I still feel like talent and experience usually trumps. I mean, things happen. It's got to be played. You know, you got to go out there, throw the ball, make the hit, make the tackle. Like, you know, everybody can say.
All these teams are talented. All these teams are all 5-star recruits. Yeah, They're all bringing in the best freshmen in the nation year in, year out. These boys are machines. They're pumping out. They're a factory of pros. All these colleges are pro factories. They're pumping out these guys like water. So it's looking like it's just going to come down to the best coach team, the team that's in the best position to win ball games.
Healthy.
Health is always key. And execution. You know, it's easy to say one thing on paper, but you got to go out there and execute every Saturday. And that sound like the facts, baby.
Because the facts matter.
Woo.
5 minutes.
All right, now we outro it.
Yeah, we'll do a cool outro.
We do a cool little outro, touch on. I mean, don't go into detail, just, outro.
Talk about what we did.
And that's cool, because matter of fact, we know when we hit that with each other, we know.
That the facts
matter.
Yeah.
Facts matter. I should hit him with the, matter of fact, and that's matter of fact. I mean, or if you say it first, that's matter of fact. Yeah. You kind of tell when we run it down anyway.
Like that.
Ready? It's crazy building chemistry up on the show, right?
Yeah.
All right, camera rolling, and outro, and action.
Yes, indeed. And that's how we do it, man.
That's how we do it, y'all.
Bring y'all in here. All these facts, baby.
Because the facts matter. 100%, baby.
And I appreciate y'all for coming out. Make sure y'all share the news. You know what I mean? Make sure you leave a comment,
Absolutely. Let us know what the deal is.
like the bio.
Give us some ideas, y'all. Y'all got some topics y'all want us to go over? Shoot them over. We're gonna handle that for you.
We got the email for you. Go check it out. It's right there. Bada bing. Anything you want. You know, he said, what? Where's it at? Where's it at?
But today we covered that boy AB.
Uh-huh.
We covered a little college football for you.
College football.
Some fantasy business. And that FC athletic director business. So
yeah, we have to let y'all know Geno Smith might be coming out here with Urban Baby back
keep
then.
your fingers crossed.
So just so y'all know, we got that coming. And then AB, I mean, it's two sides to every story. Is it really a moneymaker trying to come up, or was he really tripping? Like, has he really been out of his scruple? Like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? But we need to let's see how that happens. Also, they dropping like flies.
Ooh.
If you playing fantasy,
guard your body. Guard your body, baby.
Watch
Watch out for the hook. You know how we do it, man.
And
hey, we love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all coming out supporting us.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Keep holding it down. Remember, believe none of what you see and half of what you hear. Because this is where the facts matter.
As a matter of fact.
Woo-hoo. 100, y'all.
Peace.
Cut.
Yes, sir.
One
more time.
That was a good one. That was
yes,
a good one right there.
sir. I like that one. That felt crisp.
Yeah, that felt easy. Felt real good and easy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Man, I was over here catching shortness of breath, man.
Oh,
You got hot in this motherfucker, or is it just me?
Because the facts matter, baby. We out of
And
here.
the lighting heated up